Today we continue our journey into the heart of inner wounds, and I will talk to you about the wound of betrayal. It is a wound that has spoken to me personally because it touches on a fundamental need, the ability to trust. And when we experience this wound, trust becomes a fragile ground. The origin of the wound. The wound of betrayal generally takes root during childhood, often in the relationship with the opposite sex parent. The child places many expectations, a lot of trust in this figure, and feels betrayed if this parent does not keep their promises, changes their mind, or does not honor their word. A very concrete example. A dad who says, "I will come to pick you up," and then doesn't show up. Or a mom who promises something and then doesn't do it. For the child, it's not just forgetfulness, it's experienced as a breach of trust. And from there, a visceral fear of being betrayed is born. As an adult, this wound can be triggered in many situations. When someone does not honor their word, when a promise is broken, even a small one, when one feels that the other is not loyal or that they are not acting as expected. In my life, it has manifested as hypersensitivity to inconsistencies. If someone said one thing and did the opposite, I would feel it immediately, and it would make me extremely angry because it directly touched that old wound. Language and behaviors. People marked by betrayal often use very strong language around loyalty and truth. They say, "We can't trust anyone. I always keep my promises. I hate hypocrites." They tend to control situations and people a lot because controlling gives them the illusion of avoiding betrayal. Physically, the betrayal wound often results in a strong, muscular body that exudes an impression of power. The shoulders are straight, the posture solid. It's as if the body wants to show, "I control, I master, no one surprises me." In the face, one can notice an intense, piercing gaze that observes everything. The jaws may be clenched, a sign of restraint and control. It is a presence that commands respect, sometimes even a form of natural authority. Associated emotions. Betrayal greatly activates anger and mistrust. These are people who hate being manipulated and dislike lies. Often they feel compelled to be strong, to handle everything themselves out of fear of depending on others. Healing, according to Lise Bourbeau, reformulated. So how to free oneself from this wound? According to Lise Bourbeau, healing involves several steps. Recognize that you are afraid of being betrayed and that this influences your behaviors. Accept that no one is perfect and that others can fail without it being a personal attack. Let go of the need for control and gradually restore trust in others. Trust yourself. The more I respect myself and keep my commitments to myself, the less I am affected by others' promises. In my experience, this has translated into learning to relativize. When someone disappoints me, I remind myself that it's not necessarily a betrayal, that it's just a human imperfection, and that they are probably also a victim of their own wounds. And every time I loosen the control a bit, I feel lighter and more peaceful, knowing that everything is always perfect. Conclusion. The betrayal wound is demanding because it confronts us with our need for loyalty and truth. But once we recognize it and start healing, it becomes a real strength. It teaches us to live authentically and to develop deep trust in others, but especially in ourselves. Subscribe to discover what you don't know yet.